Hey, what up everybody? Welcome to Beautiful Phoenix. My name is Candace. I am your personal spiritual coach and advisor. Hopefully some of these readings, if not all, in my channel message will help you along your journey, whether you're on a spiritual journey, healing journey, self-love journey, self-discovery journey. Whatever that journey is for you, hopefully some, if not all, of these messages will help you in some kind of way, shape, or form. So I have channel messages, and this channel message may be lengthy. So if you see this part on TikTok, which I haven't edited yet, but if this part is on TikTok, the rest of the version of this video will be on YouTube. All right. So let's get to it. All right. These messages, I feel they're channel messages, so I feel like they're prophetic messages. Now, take what resonate, leave what don't. This could be about you or someone else that's in your energy. Always use your discernment and have an open mind and an open heart when it comes to any of these readings and channel messages. So we're going to go ahead and pray and get started. Most High God, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, please give me clear message for the collective, for the highest good. As they go along the journey, may they be guided and protected along the way. Amen. All right, so let me burn my Palo Santo. Now, while I'm burning this Palo Santo, briefly talk about my awakening, my initial awakening. And I keep talking about this because clearly I'm supposed to be talking to give you a little glimpse of how my awakening began. Now, some of you that's on a spiritual journey, especially if you come from a religious background, people may be looking at you like you crazy. Because people was looking at me like I was nuts. Like, is she sane? Like, what is going on with her? So, some people could be looking at you, maybe like you having a midlife crisis. I don't know. But let me slow down, because when I begin to talk, spirit be going. So as I had my beginning of my spiritual journey, people was looking at me like I was like, what the hell is wrong with her? She is tripping. She is losing her mind. And I just want to say to those who are breaking out of societal norms, this too shall pass. Because I know for a fact that people who thought I was crazy ain't thinking so now. A lot of people are going through this shift. A lot of people are, what they say, waking up out of the matrix. Now, my definition of being woke may be different than a lot of people. Some people think it's political. I think it's on all spectrums, whether it's political, religion, societal norms when it comes to family. I've never been a person that was a follower. Never. I was very much a person that did what she wanted to do, even if it wasn't for my best interest. I never was a follower. And I seen a lot, heard a lot, dealt with a lot, and those things really made me become an introvert. And I never been an extrovert. I always been introverted, very laid back, only talk when need be. I'm one of them people that if I don't need to talk, I'm not gonna talk. Because 9 times out of 10, people don't be talking about nothing. Because how I think outside of things that people normally don't talk about. I'm one of them. Like, we gonna talk about aliens. We gonna talk about spirits, ghosts, supernatural things. I've always been like that. I said in a video like some time ago, maybe years ago, that I've been into the supernatural, psychic mediums and things like that since I was like 13, 14 years old. I caught a psychic medium when I was that age, and I got in trouble big time. My dad had to pay the bill. He was, yeah, I was like, I always been into the unseen. I know a lot of people, especially, I'm not a big talker, like I said, a lot of people would think like, oh, me as being shy. I'm not shy. I just think a lot of people just be talking. They don't be talking about nothing. People are very shallow and superficial. Not to say that I don't like nice things, you know, but that is not the root of who I am. Some people make those things their identity. But I've never been that person to try to fit into society. I did my own thing. And if doing my own thing was to be in my room, in my house, with my kids, with my 1-2 friends, I don't hang around a lot of people because, like I said, people are shallow. And I don't have the mental capacity to be trying to figure out people. Now, the downfall is that when it comes to relationships, and that was one of my lessons that I had to learn, is that you got to apply that shit to all ends of the spectrum. Not just when it comes to friends, not when it comes to family, even lovers too. They can get it. Cut their ass off. But like I said, I've always been spiritual in nature. As you go along this journey, especially on a spiritual journey, people is going to look at you like you're crazy. Because when you learn, I learned something new. This was my thing. Like it's in my birth chart. Like in my Western astrology inverted. Like it's all like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's just so some of you need to be looking into your birth chart. You know your birthday. You know the city and state you was born. Now, some people don't know the time. Maybe try to find that out. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if you can get a precise chart if you don't know the time of birth. But some of y'all really need to look into your birth chart. That can help you along the way. But yeah, people might look at you crazy. That too shall pass. People will start seeing the light in their own time. So, hey, now, so today is channel messages. My whole week has been crazy, but we just gonna make it do what it do. Now, this message is global. And it's funny, I just reposted a video I did. I don't know when I did that video. It had to been in the summertime or early, like maybe a year ago. Because the notebook that I'm using, I haven't used that notebook in a while. I don't even remember when the last time I used it. I don't even remember, but it's an old video. And I was talking about the fall of empires. That is a lengthy ass video. It's one of the reasons why I started making these 10 on the timer. Why I started cutting off my channel messages with my tarot readings or card readings, because it was just too much, and it just made sense to separate the two. If I'm drawn to do both, then I will. I might just do an oracle or two, but not a whole reading anymore. When it comes to channel messages, it's just too long, because my channel messages already be long. Now, this is a global message. This can be love, but I'm really going towards global. Okay. So, anyway, today's January 17, 2026, and I have channel messages. Now, like I said, these channel messages are spiritual in nature. Alright, so take what resonate, leave what don't. But I feel like some of this stuff is prophetic in a sense. Now, And I give backstories because I want you to get how I got some of, you will not get everything, but you will get the gist of how I came to certain as a whole phrases. And this particular message, I'm only going to tell you how I got to this one. So, I was listening to Michael Jackson, and anybody that truly knows me, that knows my dad, is a diehard Michael Jackson fan. Like, he thought he was Michael Jackson when I was little. Me, my two cousins, and my aunt. My aunt, we was a year apart, and we all grew up together. So I was listening to Michael Jackson, and it was I Wanna Rock With You. So I was listening to that song, doing my exercise with my grandbaby, dancing with him. And I happened to just look at the numbers, like, but it was 111. And I'm like, 111. Why am I getting one? And then I got my cousin's name. And I'm like, And I had to look something up. He's not here. He's an ancestor. It happened 1313 on the timer. If you know tarot, you know what 13 is. So I looked up his obituary because I didn't go to his funeral or anything like that. And his birthday is 111. That's how I got to this message. So when I'm like, okay, I see. I'm like, So I just put Joshua in, and then his last name popped up. I'm like, I didn't put his last name. I haven't even looked him up at all. Period, point blank, 0 times. But 1414 on the timer. Look at all these synchronicities. I'm telling you. And I guess I'm supposed to be saying this. I be trying to hold back from certain things I say, but I guess that's like, okay. Now, you see how? Anyway, so let's get to the messages. Now, like I said, follow the drinking gorge. There could be a need to follow your North Star. This is probably why I said something about finding your, looking into your zodiac, your birth chart, to find out where your North Node is. That is your North Star. So some of you could need to, I ain't gonna say could. If you don't know, this is what you should do. All right, there could be something with the civil rights movement. Canada could be significant. All right, June 11th could be significant. November 1st could be significant. April 30th could be significant. Now, I'm going to be transparent. The last 2 dates are significant to me, but they could be significant to you. All right, so I got all good things must come to an end. It ends with us. Like I said, this message is global. I feel like it is global. And then I was like, well, when is phlegmatic, calm, and not easily emotional? That just popped up. But anyway, and I got to thinking, when is MLK Day? When is Michael? What is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, or the day that we celebrate? Is it today? It's 17 minutes. It's going on 17:17. So is it today? This is some I should know. But it didn't pop up on my calendar, but I don't trust Apple, and I don't trust this government. So I don't know. But I know it's in January. I just forgot the date. That is so sad. But anyway, now, messages. There could be, now I got Emperor. Now, Emperor is structure. It's government. It could be work. It could be somebody or something that is a hierarchy. But like I said, this is global. An emperor is destructive to both sides. There is a need to take up. I put to take up as cause. So somebody could feel like what their cause is true. I don't know. Take that part as how it resonates. Now, you can't walk both paths anymore. Once the choice is made, there is no turning back. You stand on what you chose. You lead better after you kneel. You are no longer led by logic alone. This will not be an easy path, but a true one. Collective message. So take that message individually, however it fit in your life. It doesn't have to be spiritual. Just take that how it resonates for you. But this is a collective part. Humanity is at a moral and spiritual crossroads. There is a global push forward. The lesson in this is movement without mastery leads to collapse. This is why burnout, anxiety, and ideological warfare is peaking. There's a need to integrate past situations with current. There's a need to bridge. I got bridge. So bridge, some about come together. Integration. And this is probably with that civil rights movement that I was talking about. All right. Structures are being tested. That's government, authority figures, patriarchal systems. False power is cracking. True leadership is being demanded, not inherited. The collective question is, who is really fit to lead? People are no longer impressed by titles, only embodiment. Not coming out. So who is really fit to lead? People are, it's like integrity, morals. You have to embody this. We're not going off word of mouth. It's about action. I'm saying we because I'm part of the collective, okay? Nervous system regulations. This is probably where that anxiety. This is where the nervous system regulations, and this can come with, some of y'all may need to get off social media for a while. Just too much of the chaos, too much of that energy of making your nervous system, like I'm one of them people. Like I stopped even watching the news for some time. Due to circumstances with my kid, I started to, lightly watch the news. And that I be on TikTok posting, I sometimes scroll. There's a need. Doom scrolling is something you need to start scaling back. Being on social media, need to scale it back. So this may help you regulate your nervous system. Start to stutter. All right. So the world is in suspicion. Suspicion? Yeah, we are suspicious of motherfuckers, right? People. Trying to stop cussing. But it's in suspension. Because I got the hangman. All right. There's delays, reversals, and uncertainty. Systems pausing because old perspectives no longer work. There is a forced revisioning that is going on within the collective. Forced perspective shifts. So, yeah, there's a need to start looking at things a different way. And this is collective, okay? Not individually, but as a whole. All right? We are walking in mass confusion. Fear narratives and illusions. This is where I was talking about that nervous system regulation. It's just people are confused, mass confusion, fear narratives, fear mongering. I don't like doing that fear mongering, but when I get messages, I'm going to say them. That's something that I don't like doing, but it ain't about what I don't like. It's what the message I need to convey. Period. That's most important. Collectively, trust your inner knowing, not propaganda. The world is shifting, leaving hierarchy, entering a cycle of inner truth and intuition. So right now, people are shifting their conscience. There's a need. You can't straddle the fence. You can't being neutral to a side. 24. You may see, what's that? 6. But yeah, That's the Lovers. So this could be do with relationships for some. But yeah, you can't straddle the fence. You can't be neutral. You can't pick two sides. You can't straddle the fence. You can't be neutral when it comes to certain situations. You got to pick a side. And if this is relationship, Lovers, okay, so some of you are moving towards more balanced connections. You are moving away from relationships that aren't balanced, ones that don't pour into you. Is equal give and take type of vibes. Like, I'm gonna pour into you, you gonna pour into me, and if you can't give me that equal give and take, you don't want no more one-sided connections. That's what I'm getting. You want somebody who's structured, somebody who embodies an emperor or empress energy. Looking at your life and your love life in a different perspective. I think you are moving away from people who cast illusions, deceptive individuals, one-sided connections, like I said, and you're walking into the unknown. You're trusting your intuition, that inner knowing. You letting your inner knowing be your guidance when it comes to love, when it comes to partners. And hopefully I didn't repeat myself that much, but yeah, that is the energy. That is the channel message. So yeah. So with that being said, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing to all those who subscribe. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting on? Come and help your girl out. Some of y'all may be drinking more water. Hydration. And I'm about to look, what is today? I'm about to pause this. Okay, so I wasn't right, but I wasn't wrong about MLK, Martin Luther King. Now, the January 17th, 2022 was MLK Day. He was born January 15th. I think it said 1929. But this year it's going to be on Monday, which is the 19th. So 2022 could be significant. What happened in 2022 for you? That may be significant, but that's when we celebrated MLK Day. Okay, so with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, beautiful, bye.